Yeah, I'm not going to be rugging anything. Or I don't want... What?
It's just retarded.
They're laughing because they like, nah, you're not going to be rugging nothing because we're doing the rugging. Like, it's so weird how all three of them, because I'm pretty sure the guys like behind Adin and behind Banks, they're like all of Banks' people, and I'm pretty sure they're just like, they're in cahoots with him, so who knows. Why everyone's calling FaZe Banks a scammer again, parentheses. I remember a couple months ago, FaZe Banks and Adin were doing like this whole cryptocurrency MLG stuff. It's such an easy way to finesse your fans that I'm like, I'm always kind of sussed out about it, so... We're about to learn some more right now on why people are calling him a scammer.
In the corner, and it's a silhouette of like a mom and dad wolf fighting. This is what the internet feels like right now. Mommy and daddy are fighting. Recently, there's been a disturbance in the forest featuring two content creators, Adin Ross and FaZe Banks, two of the biggest, and it has the internet slinging mud at each other. Now, this is all involving crypto, so pay attention. There was a message that came out recently from FaZe Banks letting people know that he believed Adin Ross to be at the core of the crypto rug pull incident. They launched an MLG coin and had to address a bunch of people. So FaZe Banks' words say, Adin Ross this community dumped on him buying, used him as exit liquidity, his ego got hurt, blamed Frank, him and Frank got into it privately. Adin despises Frank and spins and drives a narrative about Frank selling. Somehow this falls on me and threads to farm the whole situation, spin it into me selling and dumping coins. The only bad actor in this entire thing is Adin, point blank period. And this is where the mud gets slung.
All right, I'm going to just explain real quick for the people who don't know. In cryptocurrency, it's different than the stock market. I believe that when you buy a lot of a certain cryptocurrency and people own a lot of it and people like are buying a lot, the price rises. So once the price rises and someone were to take out all the worth that they have of it, it's going to shoot the price straight down and it's going to be worth dog water, basically.
I don't want hate at all. I just want to help people. That's really it. So if you guys are telling me exactly what to do, I'm not going to make one move without your guys's.
That's kind of the whole point.
Cool.
You called me 2 weeks ago and asked, you said, I'm with my friend right now. He's saying this, he's saying that. And I said, please, Adin, just don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to be rugging anything. Or I don't want... What?
It's just retarded.
They're laughing because they like, nah, you're not going to be rugging nothing because we're doing the rugging. Like, it's so weird how all three of them, because I'm pretty sure the guys like behind Adin and behind Banks, they're like all of Banks' people, and I'm pretty sure they're just like, they're in cahoots with him, so who knows.
Yeah. But I'm here to stay.
Yes, you're here to stay.
I don't need the money. I'm doing this for fun. I swear to God I am.
How do people keep falling for stuff like this? Like, it is mad obvious. This all started when Adin Ross got very curious into crypto and wanted to dabble into it himself. Now, naturally being the content creator WL crypto guru, FaZe Banks stepped in and said, hey buddy, we can help you with that. Me and these guys over at LA Vape Cabal, we can insert ourselves and help you get your crypto portfolio up. But what happens on the live stream, as you can see from the first screenshot where they were all sitting together, they have their coin, their meme coin MLG sitting right there as a part of the puzzle. Now, some are speculating that these guys came onto Adin's platform in order to push their meme coin, which in real time Adin Ross lost a bunch of money on, while the other guys sat around him and laughed about it.
Just listen.
Dude, can I talk about that?
Talk about that.
Why am I down money?
Because people are using you to sell. People are using your buy as like a spot to sell.
I'm down 12 grand.
It's okay.
It'll go up.
People have been expecting this moment all day. 'Cause, again, we're retarded. So a lot of people bought MLG probably today, expecting you were going to buy it and using the event of you buying it to sell it. But it's fine. Again, this is something that we're all positioned in for good reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about. A position like MLG.
Now, is there validity to what FaZe Banks was saying? Sure, but he didn't say that the people who were selling were the guys right behind him laughing at him. Or at least that's what's being speculated. Now, obviously, Adin Ross...
If that is true, if those people behind him sold as he was buying some for 12 grand or whatever, how much the value would be, dude, that is so messed up. Like, you're coming on this dude's stream to boost it up just so you could sell. That is another level of like snake rat behavior. Like, I don't know. And to do it right in the same room as the guy is absolutely diabolical.
pulls out and feels like he's been lied to, but during the whole situation, you know, the guys behind him were the ones who were pulling the wool over his eyes. They were wolves in sheep's clothing, all that, etc., etc. But he never truly turns on Banks himself.
Yes, Rasmer. I sold Ethereum at the bottom because you and your schemy little friends wanted to dump on stream with me. And I bought a $25 million house something you'll never accomplish. You should pay your taxes with all the ETH that you don't claim. I'm friends with Trump, so when I go to the White House, I'll just put your whole group that you guys don't pay your taxes and stuff like that. So I paid taxes on all my crypto. So
This dude is a chatterbox. He is not friends with Trump.
Oftentimes, it seems like even his closest friends around him being cuffing or take advantage of his kindness by not streaming as much as they say they're supposed to, or, you know, not boosting up Kick the platform like they promised they would. Or maybe some of these rappers go on there and take advantage of him like Playboi Carti did, where he essentially took the bag from him.
Dude, that was one of the most iconic moments that I remember Adin Ross for. My dude was out here giving a bunch of deals off. Honestly, that's probably why people do this to Adin Ross, is because he himself does it to himself. He had Playboi Carti on the stream, and I don't know what the bag was. It was maybe like 250K or something like that. And Playboi Carti came with his mask, literally did a bunch of sounds. He's like, scoop, like how he is. He just makes a bunch of noises. And my dude just skeeted off. I know Adin was so tight that day, dude.
Savage when he played the card game with him and ultimately jugged him right in front of his face.
Show it first, because I showed it first last time. Don't be weird.
I can't lose.
Cool.
Say Dada.
Huh?
Say Dada.
Come on, put it in.
Say Dada.
Dada. Fuck!
Scratch.
But this one doesn't have a scratch, and it's a king. I don't think you would do that, bro.
Yeah, they're all.
Nah, they're scratched, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. These cards are both scratched.
What is scratch?
Look, I'll show you. I got some cash for you. Yeah, a little gift from me to you.
Yeah, man, if you honestly are just like this like beacon of money, people are gonna try to finesse you, dude. Honestly, if I'm gonna keep it a stack, I don't want to say it's Adin's fault. That would be victim blaming. I don't want to victim blame. But if you're just constantly out here just giving away this money basically to Playboi Carti and anybody, people are gonna try to finesse, bro. People are gonna try to come up. And that's honestly probably what happened with the MLG crypto stuff. People saw it was an opportunity and they just dumped on it.
You know, it's a good amount of money in here. You know, it's a lot amount of money in here. I got you, bro.
Top 5 most awkward moments on stream, yo.
People have criticized Adin for the past couple of years for being overly green, overly generous, and essentially letting people take advantage of him.
That's what I said.
It was supposed to be different, though. This time it was supposed to be his brother, Ricky Banks, FaZe Banks. Like, this was supposed to be a guy who was never supposed to snake or swindle him at all. But ever since that rumor mill started swirling up, it got worse in the eyes of people for FaZe Banks specifically. So naturally, he had to come to the internet and attempt to clear it up. He said, on the phone with Adin right now, we're doing a stream together tonight to address all of this. This whole thing has been wildly miscommunicated and destroyed my mental the last several months. I've wanted to more publicly talk about the situation for a while. Sucks any of this fucked with me and Adin's relationship. See you guys tonight. So we waited. I waited. The whole internet waited for a live stream that never happened. All we did was get a bunch of tweets about FaZe Banks saying that I have never scammed anyone a day in my fucking life. The entire narrative is unfair, and part of the reason it exists is because my FaZe name is so easily farmed and manipulated. And even do. The real ones know. I wish I could say I'll be back, but I really don't know if I will. That's a different...
I don't know. That's somebody who really didn't do any wrong. I don't see them honestly hightailing it out. I feel like if you honestly think that you are innocent and completely out the wrong, you're not going to just quit, because it's like, what did you do wrong? He's saying he didn't get any money out of it, so that makes me like double down. I don't know. Because at the end of the day with this crypto stuff, you can honestly, you can have like a wallet somewhere else and then just show that your like personal wallet has made nothing, but your actual wallet that you're using in secrecy is like making like a bunch of money. So it's honestly, I don't know.
I don't understand why he didn't go on stream, on anybody's stream, whether it be Jason, Max, Silky, Lacey, or Adin himself, and acknowledge any of these things. And I'm not saying that Banks specifically did this. I don't know. But man, patterns be patterning on the internet.
As y'all seen, Banks has fully stepped down publicly as CEO. I would say that all the FaZe guys, we're running FaZe. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit being handled in the back end that y'all just don't need to know about. Alright. And I will say that everything that's happening right now on Twitter, it will not affect the group or the future content. The subathon's still going on. Like, we're all still boys. Nothing is gonna change.
Nothing will ever change because on the internet, people's attention spans is so small. Something crazy can happen and people will like literally forget about this in a week, dude, because the next drama is happening. The only thing that I see that this did not work with was this Epstein file stuff, dude. Everybody is still remembering and people are still keeping it in the front of their minds.
That's basically it.
Now, it's good that all the FaZe happens time and time again. We've seen it with Kanye, the Hawk Tua girl. We've seen this with many celebrities. They're used as a face so people can get off their scheme and scam quick, fast, in a hurry. And this has always existed, well before meme coins. This has existed with athletes signing their names to car dealerships, musicians signing their names to restaurants, and anything in between.
But that is different when it's like an actual company and it's a product that somebody can buy and get value out of. It is different than a meme coin where it's like, it's basically a casino, dude, where it's like, oh, trust me, dude, trust me, Hawk Tua girl. The Hawk Tua girl's like, trust me, dude, I'm gonna flip your money, blah, 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 it's gonna go up in value. There's no value in that, but it's like Eminem, you know, little Eminem getting a little mom spaghetti restaurant. I don't think that's that deep. People are getting their value out of it. And they know what they're going to get out of it, unlike cryptocurrency.
Now, where it looks really shady in the light is that FaZe Banks has a history of scamming people or misleading people. Let's just say sketchy at the worst. There was Banks Social, his crypto project, this MLG coin, some CSGO wild gambling thing that he had back in 2015 to 2017.
If he has a history of doing these type of things, it makes me less inclined to believe him and to think that he is innocent.
But ultimately, I think we often, as consumers of the content, keep forgetting that these people are co-workers as opposed to friends. Now, I know that that's the way that they pose it in real life, is that they are actual friends. They love each other. They're really close to each other. But the reality of the situation is they're really no different than the co-workers that you and I have. When I clock in and I sit down at my desk next to my co-worker, hi, bye, did you see the big game last night?
Yeah, dude, that is very true, and it's hard to tell which relationships are actually real on the internet. The collabs that happen is literally there for your entertainment, and it's for like the greater good of entertainment. But don't ever think these people are super cool and they would like do anything for each other. I'm sure if one of them got homeless, dude, they are not helping each other. I'm gonna tell you that. They are not doing nothing.
The only thing that makes it...
Moral of the story, don't trust these content creators. Everybody's going to pick themselves when it comes to it over the other person. And if they can benefit out of it, they will try. And they will. When people have like a certain reputation that they have to uphold, you can't think that they're going to scam you really. Like, for example, Mr. Beast. I don't think Mr. Beast would ever come out with a cryptocurrency because he knows that if he scams people, that stock is going down the drain, dude. Like, nobody is going to buy no more Feastables, no more Lunchlies, none of that if Mr. B scams. So that's why when you're that big, you have to uphold your image and you have to not, like, stoop down to scamming people. So, yeah. That's about it. FaZe Banks is a scammer. I don't know, dude. If he'd done this in the past, that makes me even more sus. But I just want to react to that. I just wanted to react to it. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, please subscribe. Check out Omizi's channel.